IVM.
Hi,
You're
listening to IVM
Daily.
Hello and welcome to IVM Daily. Today with me I have in studio Jaanam.
Hi Karthik.
Hi Jaanam. Swati
Hi.
as usual.
Karthik.
So the topic for daily is something that I recently experienced, or my dad has experienced. So he happened to go to visit a old age home. So after that, he was like, I share a very open and a decent relationship with my dad.
Friendly
Friendly,
relationship.
not exactly friendly, but somewhat in the middle. So,
okay.
Like I'm okay with cracking jokes like तुम्हें तो भेज दूंगा मैं old age home में and all those things. So
Did you crack this joke and then he went to visit and see where he's going to send me?
no. So no, definitely not. So he came back and he went to this temporary depression wala phase.
Okay.
So, and all of a sudden my dad doesn't trust me and he's like, तू भी मेरे को भेजेगा ना, क्योंकि all of those jokes he took it seriously and he went into that bad trip. So we still have that
That's
thing.
why you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we had like a short, what made it worse was we had this short discussion regarding the same topic. So I was like, I'm okay with the concept of like leaving your parents at old age homes because we live in a busy life. So we are living a busy life. So it can happen that we all might be busy. All of us would be working. So I think like it's okay to have the concept of old age home. So that's where the topic comes from.
Yeah.
And I want to know, what are your ideas or concept, your basic, what do you think about it? The whole concept of
Old age
homes.
homes. So I had visited one quite recently from my previous company. We had actually done this Christmas campaign where we went to an old age home with, I was working with this sock brand. So we took like truckloads of socks for all the people staying there and we celebrated Christmas with them. So we carried lunch and cake and a lot of things. And going there, I'll be honest, I teared up. The way they are kept there, the way we interacted with them. Obviously, we spoke to them. They were very open with us and very like they were so happy to see us there, and they were talking about their families and how some of them were just left there randomly, like they didn't
Visit them.
Yeah, the families have stopped visiting
They
them.
abandoned them.
Yeah, and it was just it was very unsettling to be there. But as a concept of old age home, I'm not against it. I'm actually, in a way, I'm for it because my uncle who came from New Jersey, who was there on Cyrus Says, Raj uncle, he and his wife stay in a. It's not an old age home as it's there in India. They stay in New Jersey and they stay in a retirement home. So their children stay in another country. And both of them are staying in New Jersey in this retirement home, and they are very well taken care of actually. And there are a lot of other old people staying with them, and their medical expenses are taken care of by the government. They have very like proper facilities there, and they have activities for them in the evenings, and they go for walks, and there are games, and it's just very well organized. I would say very well structured. The one I visited here in Mumbai, it was I felt sorry for them.
Who was it?
This was in Jogeshwari.
Okay, I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just really sad, and I wish old age homes actually evolve and become. It's not called an old age home. Maybe it's called a retirement home.
I do agree with that. Yeah. So even I happened to visit a old age home. So this was during my NSS days when I'm in college. So we had this assignment. So we have to go there. We went on a purpose of like we'll chill together. Like that's it. So once it was in Mulund. So once we reached there, and we started interacting with them. It was very sad. Though the atmosphere and all was good, the cleanliness part was good. It was clean. It was it was hygienic, and you wouldn't want to like leave that place. Like it's very sophisticated and it's very good. But the problems that they have faced from their kids, those were the problems. Like, so it was some kind of a ceremony that there was that. I exactly don't know the occasion. So they came and they used to talk about their family and what made their kids to leave them.
Okay.
So most of them were property disputes.
Oh man.
Yeah, like they have like 3 children, and they three of them were fighting and over property.
It's like ghar ki kahani, man.
Yeah. So once the will was ready and it was given, they were immediately abandoned by their kids. Like they're like,
That's
and
a
they
common
stay in
thing,
Mumbai,
yeah.
and they stay in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So they don't even come to see them, and the same. It was a mother, so she went to meet them. Like she went to meet them. So after that, she only said that मुझे वापस नहीं जाना वहाँ पे, घर वापस नहीं जाना. So they treat her very badly, and they for a day or two they were good to her, and after that the drama started. Like they start abusing. Yeah,
That's where I think the importance of old age home
absolutely,
comes into picture,
Yeah.
because definitely the status is debatable, the condition is debatable, but as a concept, old age home is not a bad idea to have, because it ultimately provides shelter to people in those situations, like you
especially
just
in
mentioned.
urban areas.
Yeah.
And especially women, they're dependent on their husbands financially, and what happens to them after their kids are not taking care of the mothers and they have nowhere to go.
And most of them were mothers who either their husbands are dead, or either they're couples, or mostly are mothers. So even they were like कि जब तक पति थे तब तक कुछ नहीं होता था.
That's what.
Yeah.
So as like we mentioned, all of us actually agree probably with this idea of having an old age home in our cities, in our country.
But
So
maybe not like I said, the name old age home gives the I don't know about y'all, but it gives me the feeling like it's like a place where the old people like just like it's a place for them to just
It should be a
die.
just cafe
Like,
with age limit.
And I think this idea of old age itself, the way we think about old age is problematic, and somewhere this idea of old age home is also problematic, which is related to this concept of old age. We think that older people do not have needs, they don't have desires, they don't
They are
want anything in
burden
their
for
life.
many of them.
So like when you grow old, you definitely do not need the things that you probably needed in your 25, 30 year of that age, but you have needs. Definitely, you want to read books, you want to read newspaper, like your uncle. Probably staying in a retirement home, but he meets people, he has friends. So older people are expected not to live, or what? So that's the idea, that no cleanliness, don't go to meet them, don't talk to them, probably because they need peace, or they want to just die in peace. What is this idea
And they just need love. That's what I realized from the whole experience, that they just need love. And one thing, like most of them agreed, was like कि जब मरूंगा तो उसके पहले एक बार मिल लेना, please एक बार. That's the only wish that they have. Just meet us once before we die, and get your grandchildren to meet me. So those are like very minimal needs that they have in their life, and still we are not able to, like they are not able to provide them with. And so I would ask, what do you guys want to change about the whole thing? Like we had a conversation, but what do you want, like extra, like do you want something to be changed in the whole concept of old age home?
I think first of all, there is this individual responsibility for sure to, first of all, take care of our parents, because we are what we are because of them. We cannot, I mean, if we have opportunities and we have to migrate because of them, we cannot just leave them behind and do not think about them. That's first thing that we have to think about. Second thing is this retirement old age sort of system or an institution that comes into picture, whatever we want to have, the state has to take the responsibility somewhere, or maybe the private public sector has to come into picture, collaborate, and improve the conditions so that people who actually need those spaces can live for whatever years of life are left for them. They do not suffer because families are changing, the social, financial, personal life has changed. So I think the system also has to change accordingly. I think somewhere some sort of public and private collaboration is required in this area, because if you see, most of the things that have improved in this country are because of public-private collaboration. So I'm not saying privatization, but definitely some steps coming in from public-private sector. But then again, affordability would become a factor there, because if private sector comes into picture, they establish something, they would ask for money.
I agree with whatever Swati said. I mean, it's true. Like, there has to be a lot of improvement actually. And I mean, if I would also say that if you can probably afford it, and like I understand, people like us, we're busy, and the older we get, we're gonna get busier, and our parents are gonna get older. So if you can probably not put them in an old age home and just probably hire a nanny, because obviously at that age you need full-time attention. So if you can hire someone to take care of your parents, I think that would be great. And like, I actually I don't think about this that often, but I have started to a little bit. Like, my mom is getting old, and she's already facing health problems, and she's a single mother. So I would definitely not I cannot imagine putting my mom in an old age home. So I mean, like, at this age of, like, she's 57. She turned 57. So I mean, she's still struggling with her health, but she still takes care of us even now. Like, she wakes up, she makes my breakfast, she packs my dabba. I mean, just these little things matter to me. So just seeing her take care of me at this age, I would not want, I would want to give back to her, in fact, when she's older.
So one concept that I thought of was, it should be like a nursery type of thing. Like, when our parents go to work when we were younger, so they used to enroll us into a nursery or a play school. So once they come back, so like they get us back home. So
like, drop us during the day and then pick us back home.
Exactly. So can we have something like that? Like
that's a good idea actually, but again, like, for some older people who cannot walk at all, like, the older you get, right, you lose, like, you need a walking stick.
But we can drop them.
But then that particular place, the nursery, would have to have those kind of facilities to, assist them. So Karthik, I think that we really need a very wide sort of discussion and debate on this topic, which you've initiated today, and we'll do it outside the studio. But for now, we have to go. It's time to say bye-bye to our listeners. But we all are available on social media. Karthik, where are you?
I'm at Grow Up Mohan on Instagram and Twitter.
Janam.
I'm on Twitter at Jaanam Devan.
And I'm also on Twitter as Swati Bakshi 02. We are IVM Podcast, of course, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, on Google app, and wherever you get your podcast from. And of course on ivmpodcasts.com.
Shunyavan, 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 Shunyavan.
Hey, this is Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay.
And I'm Amit Doshi.
And we host Shunyavan, the weekly podcast based on conversations about startups, entrepreneurship, across verticals like food tech or fintech, and digital payments, logistics, e-commerce, and of course, all the stuff from VCs and investors as well.
Over the course of our run, we've had some really great entrepreneurs. We've had Zishan Hayat from Topper, Naya Sagi from Baby Chakra, Ankush Sachdev from ShareChat, and Akrit from Haptic, among many, many more.
Yep, and we continue to get some of the biggest, smartest, and most innovative folks in the country in this space coming here, talking to us, all for you guys to listen to.
So tune in every Tuesday on the IVM app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts from, and get a chance to be a part of all of the tech banter and entrepreneurship conversations on our Slack channel. Talk to our guests, they show up as well. All you have to do is request an invite on ivmpodcast.com/01.
Have you gotten yourself a gym membership and shown up only a few times? Are long working hours cutting your fitness goals short? How about you change things a little? Even a small effort can make a big difference. And I'll tell you how and what exactly. Hi guys, I'm Coach Urmi, and on the Kinetic Living podcast, you can look forward to some interesting stories of people who have changed the way they look at fitness after their kinetic journeys. Episodes out every Wednesday on the IVM app, website, and anywhere you get your podcast from.